Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tomb Out of Time, the real-time D&D adventure where you too can be a part of the fun. I have an interesting session planned for you all today, but for those in the chat, make sure to claim your cards before they're gone because our party might need a little bit of help with the pirates. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and do the usual, going left to right. Go ahead and introduce yourselves by name and the name of your character. Starting with
Alright, that's me.
Yes.
Alright, that's me. I'm Tabercat Records, and I play Jackson Mulligan. And if Jackson should die today, yeah, I guess that's gonna happen anyways.
Hello, my name is Chaos/Noid, and I'm playing Q. Hopefully he will not die today.
Hello, I am Moose of Moosed Up Productions, and I will be playing the local cleric Eletris, and hopefully he will not die today.
Hello, I'm Firefox, also known as Fire, and I play Talia. And if she has to die today, it's gonna be with someone's throat in her mouth.
Hi, I'm Miguel the werewolf, your friendly neighborhood werewolf. I'm gonna be the DM whose throat is in Talia's mouth when she dies. But with that being said, so
Nope, not gonna say that. Not gonna say that. Anyways, continue.
look, we all learned how my little tism brain reacted to Jello. Her throat's not gonna be in my mouth. It's going to be the other way around. I'm sorry, Jello enjoyers. My little peanut brain just couldn't handle it. But with that being said, I believe Talia wants to do the introductory recap today.
As long as it's still enjoyable.
I find them enjoyable.
Ahem. Day 17. Year unknown. Season unknown. Location: unknown planet on the continent of Cholt. En route from Fort Belurian by boat to a suspected pirate base for exterminatus. It's been 9 days since we left Fort Belurian on another job after our escort was finished. 11 since we first arrived there, to facilitate an investigation on the command of the fort for a suspected insurgency against the merchant princes. 11 days since I was reunited with Liara. I still can't quite wrap my head around the fact that my sister's on this Emperor-forsaken rock. As she was, in fact, torn away from me by that absolute shit-stain of Serarak, and lived out 30 years of her life here. Whatever heresy that spider-legged fucker wove seems to have completely displaced her in time, making her age longer than she's been gone for my life. I will be ripping him into bloody bits, along with Liara's creative options. She also gave us some interesting information about the establishment of the Merchant Princes, and the first clue to a Seraphux's game. This rat shit named Bosco apparently backstabbed her after they found an immortal man trapped in ice, and after attacking her, took him and ran off. Since the people at the fort ain't worth spitting on the desert planet, we took the job to snuff him out. I also made sure to put my own neck on the line for Liara's sake with Orca's mission. I'm more than certain that she's not dealing with the spider bastard, so hopefully that'll keep her off the prince's radar. Otherwise, I'll have another group on my list. The voyage so far has been a bit of a clusterfuck. Storms seem to come and go as they please, with very little warning instead of build-up. Jackson got pulled overboard by what's apparently a juvenile dragon. One good shot got him free and the little bugger to piss off, after Jackson threw perfectly good rations at it. I swear if he pulls more stupid shit, I'm tying him to the mast for the voyage back. Q, meanwhile, has managed to surprise me. Within a few days, his movements and training have improved significantly. Keeping this trajectory, he might actually be able to hold his own decently against something actually dangerous. I'm not trying to get my hopes up, but he might have more grit than I thought. That said, I'm not sure what to make of Eletris. He's been getting in his head more times than not, enough that I had to step in and do a well check. Those visions of his, that uncertainty. It's things like that that can get a man and the others with him killed. And I'm not just going to stand by and let that happen. It also hasn't passed my notice that he might be connected somehow to the tales of snakes I heard from the kid. Maybe whoever he met might be able to shed more light on things. The winds of the storm seem to be dying down now. We're expected to make landing tomorrow, so this will be the last bit of rest I get before bringing the wrath of the Imperium on their heads. If only I could actually call down an exterminatus. But that'd cause too many casualties.
Only you can prevent forest fires. And, well, mass death. But yes, excellently done, Fire. You get a cheese ball.
Oh.
Alright, so here's the general idea of what's going on. So after almost 2 weeks at sea, you guys basically pull your way into a jungle port. It's not an official port, but more like a bay that you can tell has had some human activity, but it's been hidden fairly well without the perceptive eye. As you guys get closer, your ship captain opts to stop out of sight, nestling the boat between a series of cliffs and lowering you guys onto basically not really a mesa, but kind of like a flat stony path that would allow you to navigate around the bay and get you into Bosco's little cave without having to worry about the ship getting down. Or worse, taken. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and go down here for a moment to kind of show where we're at. It'd be nice if the... There we are. So, essentially, the way that you guys have it is that you're kind of tucked behind rocks down here, and to get in there, it's not so much of a day's walk, but I suppose the question is, do you want to go during the daytime or under cover of night?
I mean, they wouldn't be expecting anything at night, but we'd also have disadvantage for anyone who doesn't have dark vision, right?
That is, in fact, the case.
Sound off who has dark vision? Because I don't think I do.
Xerxes does not.
Q does.
Eletris does not.
Oh wait, I do have dark vision. Never mind. So it's kind of a 50-50 split, that is what it sounds like.
Yeah, because I don't think I have any. I could be wrong. Yep, nope.
How about this? Is it possible to go or to try to arrive there by evening? That way we still have a good amount of light, but it's also not as obvious.
Alright, you want to go there in the evening?
What do y'all think?
That sounds like as good as a plan of anything for me, so...
Yeah.
I'm in.
Alright, in that case, you guys make your way around the cliffs. This is the wrong folder. And we will go... I always lose track of this map because it's not... There we go. It's not as obvious as like the other ones in terms of silhouette. Alright. So, I've stuck you guys on the path, but obviously you can be hidden behind the rocks or anything you want to do, so... Do not worry, you're not in sight yet. But, to give a general feeling, you guys make your way around the stony cliffs and sneak among the trees. Nothing really seems to pay attention to you. You occasionally pass by like a snake just lounging on a branch. And you come upon the first sign of Bosco's hidden borders, or a wooden wall built out of old logs covered in vines and other mud to essentially camouflage it away from the traditional eye. Not that many people are coming out here anyway. The one thing that you can see is the signs of a gate, as the dirt on the ground seems to have been scraped and pulled through repeated use.
What is the gate connected to? Like, what is the sturdiness of the barrier?
It is fairly sturdy. You would need a saw or tool to break through it.
Damn. So unless we like climb over it, the only way through is that gate.
I mean, the alternative is that you could go around to the water and swim through.
Is there a way to scout for Jackson to like scout around to see if that's like more advantageous, or
If you would like to, feel free.
do I have to roll stealth for that, or
Yes, you
I'd
will
be-
have to roll stealth. Also, Fire, you get a d4 as a bonus.
Oh?
I would like to grant guidance to Jackson.
Thank you.
Alright.
I'm gonna go
Cool.
like right here, just so I can do all that. My
Okay. I was going to say Talia is going to, in the meantime, make sure that everyone's behind cover while Jackson's scouting.
all right. Stealth, normal.
It's probably good to be like somewhere around here in terms of the cover.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Then a +4.
No one
34.
notices you.
Yep.
Alright, so you currently see a ship that is just kind of docked and lazily floating. No one's really attending to it at the moment. It's anchored, but it doesn't appear to be the capital ship of the crew, as it will. But you do see that leading down to the water is basically kind of a sandy slope with a few puddles upon the ground, and you do notice a few sea turtles kind of mucking about there, resting, but other than that, there's nothing really. You can't see any people from here.
No guards over here. Strange with how fortified this is. You think there'd be a lot more eyes all around just from the outset.
Might just be because we're nearing close to most people's resting time that there's not as many guards around as there should probably be.
If they're thieves, if they're pirates, that means they're thieves. Thieves don't necessarily sleep. If they're
It might
anything
be in
like from
between
what-
shifts.
Possibly.
Probably.
What would you like to do?
Hmm.
I mean, my vote's to go around through the beach. But that's just me.
I think I second that vote.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Question to the DM.
Yes.
Is there a way for us to see if there's any obvious, like, movement in the water? Anything that'll give away of what may be in the bay?
I will need you to get a little bit closer to the water for you to be able to tell.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to do a stealth check, correct?
Yes.
Alright. I'll be applying that d4.
Okay, Talia, how are you sneaking around? Describe it to me.
God, that's fucking awful. Okay. I've just got a bad feeling. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. What Talia is trying to do is she currently has her hand on her basically she has her sidearm ready because it's less noticeable than, a fucking rifle. And what she's doing is she's trying to kind of make her way along some of the natural kind of barrier and cover as she can, trying to get closer to the water. Because she's trying to determine, okay, how safe is it for us to go by actual water route instead of on the beach where we may be a little more visible.
All right, go ahead
She's
and
yeah.
Go ahead and draw me out with the ruler the direction you want to take.
Sure thing. Give me one moment, because I'm gonna have to get a little in front of Jackson, but still behind some of these rocks.
Like, is it just normal movement right now, or is it like any range of movement?
I'm going to say that Talia has the benefit of movement. I just need to see where she's going to end up.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, so from what I'm looking, I don't know if you can see, I'm about to pull down the ruler. But from where I'm looking, I know that she's probably going to try to, like I said, take advantage of natural cover. So tree line, and then try to work her way probably along here, try and take advantage again of some of the cliffing here, where there as a bit more of a natural kind of benefit of, not seeing immediately, hopefully, and work her way towards the water. Just kind of, again, trying to get a better visual of what do we have to work with.
All right.
So she's trying to hug closer to the cliffs to hopefully cut down on being perceived.
I'm going to say that you can end up about here. All right. Question for the party: who has the keenest of hearing?
Feel like that would be Jackson?
That makes sense.
Yeah, most likely.
Like, that would be based off perception, right?
Yes.
I do have a 5, so yeah.
In that case, Jackson, you watch as Talia is making her way down onto the beach when you hear a very distant voice. Oi! Boss! There's a weird thing moving on the beach again! It looks kinda like one of them bugs, but it's all goopy.
Yeah, anyone behind Jackson just sees his ear flick as he's running like towards here. Is like, Sally, back up, back up, back up.
Talia, I'm gonna let you make another stealth check to see if you can save this.
I'm going to try! Gods be good, let this work.
Alright, you get plus. Roll me again just to make sure you aren't locked.
It did this to me yesterday too! I'm so mad!
Let's just see to make sure you're not energy locked. Alright, I'm not gonna make you take that nat one, but
Please no!
yeah, Talia, unfortunately a 9's not going to serve you well enough.
Yeah, I figured. I'm sorry, guys.
But you hear another voice is just like, you. Oh. Well, you're right about that. What is that thing anyway? It's just like, I don't know. It looks kind of funny, but it's got like one of those things. Alright. Everybody, I'm giving you one turn before people come out the gate. So get yourself in a position you can move up to your movement speed.
Also full. Too far. Am I able to hide in this tree?
I will say that you can hide in the tree.
Cool. Sees that. He kind of looks back at Q and the rest of them. Hide, hide, hide.
One random color on one of the guards. Okay, Alright, so it's gonna be on the grunt. And it's going to be a d6 to determine the color. Alright, one of the grunts is bright red. Alright.
Is this here like a bush or something?
That is in fact a bush.
Go hide in the bush.
Alright. You guys see Xerxes do something really silly. He waddles over to the stone, and you watch as he basically chameleons into the stone.
Nice. Is there anything Talia can do at this point? Because she's kind of...
Make yourself look like one of the puddles. Make yourself look like one of the puddles.
I mean, you are watercolored.
True. I mean, she could, but...
You could just jump into like one of the puddles or something like that, and just kind of seamlessly merge with it.
She could. The only problem is... Well, actually, I have an idea. It's just, I don't know if they would immediately notice her.
I mean,
I'm worried about
make her
losing
run
my
for the
gear.
water.
I could. I just don't know what's in there. The only problem is, unless she just, drops from where she is, they're probably going to see that she moved to one of the puddles, right?
Correct.
Okay. But if she were to say just drop from where she is, it wouldn't be immediately obvious, right?
I mean, if you basically drop your current, bipedal form and you become a blob and you just melt as thin as possible, you could easily be confused for water.
Okay, but I still have ability to do something, not necessarily fire a weapon, but I've got an idea.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. So what I'm going to do is, Talia basically, you see, as given the no options she has, you just see as she loses her bipedal form and just seems to just kind of drop completely to the ground and spread thin. So all that's really there is the gear, right? But it looks like there's just another puddle on the beach. However, she is watching and waiting.
Alright. You guys see as the gate opens. Open door, thank you. And 2 pirate guards make their way out to you. And I'm going to mark this one. Don't worry, Black Belt. The bit with the red will occur. Just stick with me. They're making their way out. They're walking, side by side. Everybody roll me a stealth check at advantage.
Oh boy.
Thank you!
It is definitely going to be most likely just a normal stealth for Q because of his armor.
Can I grant myself guidance?
Does it have any verbal or somatic components?
Why? Why?
Let me double check.
Roll20 is determined to give me the lowest possible rolls.
Well, my first roll was the nat 20.
Yes, so that is your first roll, which means that counts.
Hell yes!
And Talia, you do have a
Perfectly
+1.
stealthy.
That's 11, okay.
Alright? So you guys watch as the pirates... Okay, Electrus, you do have an advantage, so I'm giving you that 23. So you guys are just watching these pirates kind of circle around, making their way around the stone, kind of looking about, and they're just like, what's all that then? Just a bunch of armor. And they're just kind of like sliding down. It's just like, well, I swear I saw something. And you see as one of the pirates slides down and starts like poking at you, Talia. I could have sworn I saw something. And in that moment, you see as a little bolt of light strikes him on the head and turns him bright tomato red. And his other pirate companion is just like, now what's all this then? Is it some kind of magic goop? And he starts poking at you too, Talia. Did you eat some of it, you oaf? No, I didn't. Why would I eat something I don't understand? Well, you do eat sand from time to time, you idiot. Look, I like the sand.
I'm gonna go and sneak up and hide into this bush if possible.
Roll me a stealth check at advantage.
God, I'm not used to using this character sheet thing. Okay. How about 18?
They do not notice you. The other pirate is currently poking at Talia with, like... He's not really stabbing into you, but you know when they'll kind of, like, poke at a fluid with the tip of their sword?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, what is it anyway? It's kind of... slimy. The other one's just like, maybe you ate the wrong kind of sand. It's just like, no, you saw it too! Whoever attacks the grunts have a +2.
Oh, God.
Alright. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to see if they'll fuck off, or do you want to get the jump on them?
I have an idea. I need to write it out real quick because I want to make sure it's not going to fuck up other people's plans.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get them at least separated from each other. So, is there like any kind of like rock or something like that around me or something like that I can pick up?
Yeah, there's rocks on the floor. I'm going to make let's make the other grunt have a bad day. He speaks gibberish. Alright, let me mark that, no, we'll use this one. So, the red one is currently being berated for eating sand and hallucinating the fact that there was a goop figure walking around by the wall. And in the middle of it is just like, you daft idiot! He just starts making turkey calls. Like,
What the fuck?
I never said it had to be human gibberish.
Jesus.
So now you currently have a man that sounds like a turkey and a man that's bright red bickering with each other while standing on top of Talia in a sandy pit.
I want to throw a rocker stone at this puddle right here.
Alright, make me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Because I figure it's kind of like skipping stones rather than like a big rock.
Yeah. Just enough to make it like a noticeable splash to get their attention. I assume just normal.
Yep, just normal.
Ah, so close. 16.
Alright, let me do a rock.
Rock noticing roll.
Look, I needed to figure out if it would make it to the puddle or not, but I think it does.
That's 30 feet. That seems...
So as the boss pirate starts making turkey call sounds, the bright red pirate's just like, "Oi, what are you talking about? Are you making fun of me?" And then the turkey call pirate grabs the red pirate's shoulder and starts pointing at the puddle that you just threw a stone. Is just like, "Oi, I'm not going over there. You're just gonna think that I'm gonna eat it." Well, why don't you go check the puddle if you're so smart? Get on my ass for eating sand again when you're talking in tongues. And that pirate who's speaking in turkey calls is just like, and he starts poking around in this puddle.
I think my idea is gonna be really good.
Oh boy.
So, when the two are split, Talia's form kind of ripples for a moment.
Alright, go ahead and draw a shape to determine the 20-foot square.
Yep.
Let me make sure I have the...
I don't know how to get rid of it.
Here, let me scale it up for you so that it's...
Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I need to move that down a little bit and to the right. Basically, I'm trying to get him in one corner of the square, the one right in front of me, while encompassing the other one.
Like that?
Yeah, that's the best that we could probably do. But yeah, so they're both in it.
Alright, let me roll a save for the two of them. So let's see here. That is a strength saving throw. Your DC is 13, so... He
Damn it.
passes and he fails. So I'm going to say that the turkey call pirate is the one that's caught. So he is also restrained. So he just starts letting out a very surprised...
Uh-huh. So real quick, while I have a bonus action before my movement, Talia is going to extend a pseudopod with this ability. Hold on.
This has gotten so nuts.
A pseudopod with this ability. And what she's going to do, she's going to use it to loosen the pants of the one next to her in a way to try to enable him to trip. And she's basically going to like kind of push or shove to encourage that he's going to fall.
Alright, make me a sleight of hand check.
Wish me luck, guys.
Yippee!
I appreciate how everyone's making a collective joke out of these guys.
As we should.
Why are my rolls so low?
Alright.
Do the pants at least come down? Because there's a chance that he will fucking trip over them. Worst case scenario, because I can still move. I still have my movement action.
Call it even or odd.
Let's go with odds. It does?
He
Oh,
rolled
no.
a nat 1. His pants and his underoos are down. He is fallen and eating shit. Alright, so the other pirate who's bright red has fallen into whatever bindings that you've placed. I think it's yeah, because you use entangle. Do you want to use like goopy ones for entangle, or do you want to like do thorns?
That is a good question. Because as written, it's like thorns and shit, right? They have to try to work through. But with goop, I don't know if that gives any extra benefit.
It's honestly just for flavor.
Oh, it's for flavor text. You know what? Let's say goop for the fun.
Alright, so this pirate slips and falls face first into the goop, and he is prone. And you just hear this distant, like, muffled scream as bubbles come up through the goop. Everybody roll me initiative.
At least the scream's muffled, so it's probably not going to catch too much attention.
Exactly.
Alright.
Bear in mind that the square is difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm aware. That's why I have ranged attacks.
That makes it a little bit annoying for me.
One dose. Aha! I'm using the 18 as my initiative.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah.
I think there might be a way to make it, because that's part of your, you get advantage on initiative rolls, right?
I get to roll 2 initiatives, and I choose which one I use.
Alright.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was like an auto advantage thing or not, but
No,
I have him use
I
it
will
for
paste
this.
it. There it is.
we'll use this one.
Did not mean to accidentally close that door.
Oh no, you closed the door with the power of your mind.
Mine.
It's not something he should be able to do.
Do I have to make it so that Q learns the Force? Actually, you know what? No, I'm writing that down as a card. I need that to be a card.
God.
You gain the power of the Force for 1 turn.
Christ.
Look, I'm a silly man doing silly things in this land. It's the least I can do. Ah, but
Right.
anyway. Q, you're up first.
Rapid onset midichlorians.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, we have determined that Acererak is from the 80s, so he's familiar with Star Wars.
Ha.
Also, you cannot say that the whatever audience is watching was not delighted to see that stupid fucking grunt fall over like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, audience, are you delighted? You are the audience, after all. You are here.
Clap if you enjoy it.
I need to make a clap emote.
Mm.
I mean, I think he was more like born in the 50s-ish, but he was alive during the 70s and the 80s, so...
We'll have a range on both of those. Okay. Moving with as much stealth as he was able to, he gets over here, primes one of his javelins, and throws it at the at this guy over here.
Alright, so you want to throw it at the downed pirate. I will let you know that as a ranged attack that will have disadvantage.
Right. This would this technically be counted as surprise?
I don't know if this constitutes. I guess, yeah, for the sake of it, since they didn't see you guys in particular coming, we'll say that this is a surprise round.
All right. So the advantage that I gain from the surprise is cancelled by the disadvantage of it being ranged.
Yes.
Alright. Regular javelin throw. Yeet!
Woo!
Alright, that hits him for 5.
Alright.
Also, Talia, I'm putting this, change layer map. But, yeah, he takes 5 damage.
Alright, and, that is all I can think to do right now. Oh, there was a +2 to something on the attack.
That's for the attack roll, not the damage. So it would have been a 22.
Attack roll. Yeah, well, it hit anyway.
Alright, Jackson.
My turn.
You're torn.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna move right here and get into the goop.
Alright, let me just double check to see. It does not do you any damage, but for you to get out, you will have to make a strength saving throw.
That's fine, because I just want to be within 5 feet of someone. And then I'm going to attack. Do a stabby stab with a rapier.
Alright, and you also get a d4 thanks to fire.
D4?
Yep, you get a d4 to the
Thank
attack
you.
roll.
I can contribute too.
17.
Alright.
Roll that D4 just to see.
That is, in fact, a hit. And he
Cool.
takes 9 damage, so he is...
But wait, there's more!
He is hurting.
Uh-oh.
Rakish Audacity. I don't need
Rakish,
advantage.
for sure.
Rakish Audacity. I don't need advantage to provoke sneak attack. I just need to be within 5 feet of someone, of an ally. Which, even though they're a puddle, I'm within 5 feet of Thalia.
You're technically standing in Talia.
Well, yeah, but still.
She's like, hi, Talia, I'm within 5 feet of you.
So that's an extra 9 damage.
He's dead on the spot. You stab him as he sinks into the goop. Talia, do you want to melt him?
You're going to see as the goop kind of bubbles around him and the body starts to disintegrate.
Glorious.
He stands there.
His equipment does not, the body does.
Jackson just stands there, just looks around the puddle. It's like, okay, you frightened me even more. The fact that you can do that, I didn't think you could do that.
Jackson, roll me a history check.
Oh God, was he conscious when this happening though? History.
Alright, you
13.
vaguely remember there being, I believe it's a Stephen King novel that discussed something like this. Congratulations, Talia, you're officially the shimmering goop in the lake. Alright.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna make that joke. I'm not gonna make that joke. It's just...
Coward.
Well, considering the fucked up timeline he comes from, would he even know what Stephen King is?
You know what? Call it
Stephen
even or
King is a
odds.
constant.
Evens.
I was about to say Stefan Liegelord.
Spot Liegelord.
Alright, Jackson, you remember reading an old text translated into Schminglish by the ancient holy prophet Stephen King, who predicted so many future events that it's terrifying.
So there is a Stephen King! Yes!
I mean, I trust his words over most. Let's be real.
Alright.
I never would have guessed Stephen King would be the new Nostradamus.
Except this time he was correct. Okay. Talia, you're up. You are basically the puddle. You can swim through yourself like a squid.
Okay.
You're a squid, you're a kid, you're from Splatoon.
I have a question for you, DM. And I'm asking because of rules of cool.
Yes.
Is Talia able to, while moving through herself, reconstitute a bit into at least the torso and arms and head to be able to use the weapons?
I will permit that, yes.
Bless you. You are fantastic. Okay. So Talia is going to make her way a little bit closer, moving through herself because, there's no issue there. It's an odd feeling. She's moving through herself. She doesn't know how to feel about this. But she's going to get about here. And you're going to see, because the puddle where she was kind of ripples before it merges with this other goop, and you're going to see it kind of rippling and shifting before up starts to form Talia's head, followed by her shoulders, arms, and part of her torso. Taking the armor had been moving along with it, so like part of that armor is on her, and she's holding the the rifle.
Roll me intimidation check advantage.
Oh, beautiful! Thank you.
You guys see as Turkey Call turns towards Talia and starts letting out the most terrifying, like, you swear he probably would have laid an egg if he were physically capable of it. He's so scared.
Well, yeah, that needs to be shut the fuck up right now, so she's taking aim.
It's that screaming chicken sound effect you hear in most movies.
Yeah, she's taking fucking aim. That needs to shut the fuck up right now.
Alright. Talia, how do you want to do this?
Yes! Oh, okay. How do I want to do this? How squeamish are you three?
I wrote a book about a man melting. I'm not terrified.
Fuck it, go for it.
Okay. As he starts to make that sound, because he had been kind of bound by the tendrils, I'm guessing, a little bit, of the goop.
Yeah, he's kind of like, imagine that texture that a Swiss cheese has, where it's kind of like stretched out but has holes.
But he's still standing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to see as the goop that's on him starts to look like it's sink in and he's pulled to his knees as it starts to sink into the goop. And Talia, upon hearing the noises especially, takes aim without a moment's hesitation with her rifle and blows his head clean off his shoulders before the rest of his body is pulled into the goop and rapidly starts disintegrating.
Alright, Talia, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw, just to see how you handle having the goopiness of the men.
Alright.
Stomach, now's not the time to rumble. I know you're hungry. That wasn't related, by the way. I'm literally just stuck on liquid diet. Yeah, basically Ark of the Covenant melting. Okay. Yeah, Talia, you've seen worse. You've obviously smelled worse, but it's kind of nasty, and you're like, because you kind of have the goop in the puddle a little bit, and you kind of start just like putting a little bit of sand in it to kind of make it congeal, and then burying it. Humans smell nasty.
Oh, yeah. But she's going to take the rest of her moment to shape herself again into the kind of the bipedal form, and aside from reloading the rifle for the next time, quickly moves to go against the safety and cover of the walls while she has a moment, and to just quietly to the others, just... We're not talking about this.
No, I feel like we are going to talk about this sometime after. He says as he's trying to get out of the goop that's still there.
Talia, you can dispel it if you would like.
Oh yeah, that goop is dispelled. So you're going to see as it just kind of starts to sink into the ground. Whatever wasn't part of her directly.
Thank you.
Also, Jackson, you'll notice that not once did the goop ever threaten to, like, dissolve you. It never, aside from the weird texture of it, there was no active, like, pull attempt at you.
I know. He's more so afraid the fact that you're able to control it like that. So
Talia,
Yeah, right now. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I was gonna say, Talia, you just hear, because obviously, reminder, Xerxes speaks through telepathy, his mouth's not actually moving. He basically says, do you mind that I study that on the way back, because I think that could be useful in the future.
So, Xerxes, before you say something, when you make the mental connection, have you ever been really close to a computer that is as active as it possibly can? That weird buzzing, very kind of like shaky. That's what her mental state feels like at the moment. Like it is on overdrive as she is rapidly processing what just happened because, she's never been able to do anything like that before. That she doesn't know what the fuck that is. The closest equivalent she has is some kind of psyker shit. So she's like, "What the fuck did he do to me?" kind of thing. But upon hearing Xerxes' voice, he's going to get the impression of a door rapidly being slammed closed and just stillness before he gets a response of just fine.
I mean, I will mention this, he cannot see into your brain, you're just hearing his voice in your head.
My apologies. Well, then never mind.
I mean, that's a hella gnarly mental image. Xerxes is not a telepath in that sense.
Oh, well.
he's just a bug. That's all he is.
He just a bug. He talking to his noggin.
Yeah, he just gets the fine then.
Making a mental note of that for later. Alright, we've had our horrors of the day. Why don't we take our first break?
Woo! Look, I created a character from the Warhammer 40k universe. I'm going to look for every opportunity to reinforce that she is not above doing some horrific shit.
I mean, honestly speaking, considering that the bugs spit acid, it makes sense that she too has the ability to utilize that acid. Alright, Fire, you had a question.
Yes. I don't know how I need to ask, or I don't know how I should ask this other than just saying it straight out. Does she count as nourished from those two?
Unless you made a deliberate point of consuming them, no.
Okay, good.
I'm not gonna
I wasn't
force
sure
you
how
to
that
commit
worked.
cannibalism.
Thank you. Look, I needed to know
Man.
for Talia's sake, because that could potentially have a really big impact.
No, I'm not going. Like, using your like innate acid to melt them is not the same as putting it in your like, because you have like a little stomach pocket in your goop.
Yes.
That you digest things in.
Okay.
She's a man-eater.
Oi!
Lamau.
Lord. So after excuse me. After beating up Tomato and Turkey Call, there are no more guards watching you guys.
Fuck yes.
Do you want to go around or do you want to go in the door?
So there's no more guards watching, which means we have the chance to go in through the gate now, right, instead of around. From what Jackson saw, is it still more advantageous to take the rounder and to perhaps maybe get more of a drop on them, or is it...
Roll 20, why are you putting me in the middle? There is no advantage to going in the water at this time.
Alright, it's up to y'all then.
We got the guards. Like, no guards looking at us. I think going to the front would probably be the best. That way we can keep an eye on anyone coming towards us, type of deal.
I think that's a good idea. Plus, some of us are wearing medium and heavy armor, so going through the water might be a problem because of that.
You will sink with the water. You'd have to make an athletics check.
Got it. So then through the front door we go.
All right. I will go ahead and move Xerxes over here. Feel free to move thine self at thy discretion, I say, speaking like Ryanje.
I was about to say, oh god, he infected you.
Verily.
Thine manner of speaking is most archaic to the likes of me. But yes. Alright, so you guys make your way through the wooden front gate, and you see a big ship basically dismantled and having been overturned, and from within the walls of the ship, you hear what's essentially the clatter of pirates going about their business. They're drinking ale, they're spending their off time. And yes, they did leave the gate open. They're dumbasses.
Yeah, not surprised.
So, go ahead and go in the door. The floor is yours.
And Jackson's gonna slowly walk in. Go right there.
Talia is going to be providing cover to those coming in, so she's probably going to go in a little bit after. She's probably going to make sure that Q for sure goes in before her, you know, being more of a melee fighter.
Though, as Q is, started to step through the door and threshold, he can't help but think to himself, "Man, I wish I was smaller." And as if on cue, and he transforms into a tiny little bat.
Ah!
Q, you are currently sitting on the ground. Your clothes have melted into you, and Xerxes leans down and gently scoops you up.
Little bat squeak sounds.
Xerxes regards you with his telepathy. Did you do this on purpose?
No, I don't think so.
Stop the cap.
That's when, like, Xerxes basically scoops you up and starts kind of looking you over to check if you're okay. Does anyone want to do a nature check?
I can do it.
Sure. Nature?
To figure out what just happened with Q.
Fuck you too, roll 20!
Good lord.
No, she is just too off-put by more goddamn heresy.
So, to give clarity, Q is currently an itty-bitty little vampire bat. He fits in the size of Xerxes' palm. And, Jackson, you remember reading the tomes, and you recall that vampires could turn into bats.
Yeah, he kind of just looks over Sax like, well, I figured he might have been able to do it. I just didn't think it would be so small.
He's gonna get taken out in one hit, that's for damn sure.
Well, so long as he's not in the fight in that form, I think he should be okay. Actually, he kind of looks like you. Q, are you able to fly at all?
Why, in fact, yes, he starts to flap his wings, and as if very naturally he does fly.
He points up at that. Eyes in the sky. That'll be helpful.
All right. Would you like to do anything with this, or would you like to try to change back, Q?
Well, given the fact that he is already small, he might as well take advantage of the fact that he is a small bat, so
All right.
gonna fly in a little to try and scout.
So you do have a bat sheet that you can use.
Yes, I know.
So feel free. You'll have to make checks with this sheet.
Yeah.
But let's see here. So your flying speed is 30 feet. And
Yes,
the good
I
news
have
is
moved
no
to
one's
30.
around here, so you'll be able to move with relative ease. So where would you like to go?
Well, I have moved at least the first 30 feet.
All right. You have gotten closer to the turned over boat. You notice that this is probably where the guards were looking over everything and kind of observing.
Makes sense.
So you notice that there's barrels and there's a set of doors here that seem to lead into the improvised tavern.
Yeah, just gonna fly here, and I do have a blind side of 60 feet now, because I'm a bitty bat.
I believe we have daylight on this map, right?
With
It should
bat
be
form,
evening.
Yeah.
yes, with bat form.
As in, you
It's
guys can
specific-
see the map, right?
Yes, I can see the
yeah.
map, but I am specifically mentioning the blind side because I should be able to technically, quote unquote, see into the boat.
All right.
Because in bat form, I only care about being able to hear.
All right. So I'm going to say that you kind of flutter over closer to one of the portholes so that you can get as clear sound as possible.
Yeah, so I'd probably hear.
So you are currently listening in to the improvised tavern, and you see, or I suppose hear, a group of pirates kind of going about their day, drinking up a storm. They're celebrating a recently successful catch. And you see a Deinonychus. I can talk. And it's just kind of eating up the scraps on the floor. And you see you see a human man currently tending the bar, and you would assume that he's in charge.
Okay. I think with that information, Q's gonna start flapping his way back.
Would you like to land back on Xerxes' hand?
I think even though he would like to do that, it would probably be better if he relayed the information with his own words. So as he lands on the ground, he thinks that he would want to be back to his normal self. And there he is.
So, what did you find?
So there's a bunch of pirates in that ship. Pretty sure it's been converted into a tavern of some kind, and the man who's by the tavern seems to be the guy in charge.
Ignore that. That was a misclick.
Oh no, how dare you? Do you think that's Bosco?
Were we given a description of Bosco?
For the sake of posterity, and because Bosco doesn't have a specific description, yes, that's Bosco.
Q gives a nod.
Hmm. And judging by the architecture, getting into that building is going to be the only way that we can get across to any other, well, everything.
So it would seem.
By the way it sounded, how many people did it sound like were in there?
You would guess about 8, Q.
Probably about 8, plus there was another creature eating at scraps on the floor, so total of 9 creatures inside.
Do we
If that
just
is the
want to go
boss.
in loud and fast?
I don't really like those odds, I'm not gonna lie.
If we can have some kind of element of surprise, that would be the best.
Hey, Talia, you're a level 3 ranger now, right?
Yes, she is.
You wouldn't happen to have a pass without a trace, would you?
I don't think I get that at level 3. Because I had to pick a conclave. Hold on, let me double check.
Right, you're a 3rd caster, so you don't have a level 2 yet.
That is correct. Honestly, I thought about it, but I do have something that increases my speed.
Oh yeah?
And I would just be putting this for the spell card, not that she's actively doing it yet. This is just for your eyes being able to see it quickly.
Alright.
So I do have that. So I can get closer, activate that, don't get opportunity attacks, and take aim at the one motherfucker that we know for sure we need done before, everyone else comes in guns blazing, because they're all gonna be like, what the fuck? You know?
Hmm.
What do you guys think?
That could definitely work.
I do have one more thing, and this is out of character. This is not something Talia would control, but I do have a card I could use before she enters that would buy us a turn.
Oh boy. I do also have a little something something known as this thing. So if we manage to lure people out of the tavern, we could take out some of them with that.
True.
I will let you know that the building has 2 doors.
Are they both facing the same way, or?
one's to the north and one's closer to you guys. They're basically on opposite sides of the building.
What we could do is I set up the my instant trap on the north door while an attack is done through the southern door.
So if anyone tries to leave through the north,
They would potentially be caught by my trap.
Okay. Q, if you want to do that, I will permit you. You do not have to make a stealth check because it is pretty rowdy in there.
excellent.
Yeah, so Q fastens at least one wooden stake out of a piece of free lumber, goes over to the over here, and I will draw the square.
Alright. So any of them that go through that particular door will end up falling to their deaths. Or at least falling to damage.
Yes,
At least it would get most of them
there's
out-
the
out of
square.
way.
And I don't even have to cast keep concentration on it.
Literally is just a, we're doing this, boys.
I'm getting Talia into position before she pulls her thing.
Alright, do you guys want to be closer to the door? Because I will have to
Yeah,
move you to a separate part of the map. I will just let you know.
Jackson's gonna be the ones to like have it handle the door. Just kind of looking at it, everyone's like, I can try to talk him up if need be, just to give us a little bit more time to get stuff set up.
Alright, you want to take the charisma route?
Kind of looking back at Sally, it's like, it's on. You're the ones that's been calling most of the shots. I want to see if I can at least try to get this done for you.
The moment it looks hairy, I'm stepping in.
Please. I already got plenty of hair on my body. I don't need any more.
By the way, if Jackson is like, if things go south, if Jackson can get clear, Eletris can put down some fairy fire to give us advantage.
Perfect.
Alright. So are you guys sending Jackson in by himself, or are you guys going in as a group?
Talia is going to be near the door, ready to move in at a moment's notice. She's watching. She's not giving away her existence yet.
Alright. I'm going to bundle you all up and move you to a separate section of the map, because there is an inside map for this.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. And prepare to be yoinked. We're moving. Yoinketh.
Oh. Oh.
We are now in the bottom left corner.
Yeah. I'm also gonna quickly go drop the square up here too. It was right by the door.
I might have to refresh because I'm seeing things.
Right? Moose, you get a d4 from Jackson. Wait, Moose is giving a d4 to Jackson.
Correct.
Look, my... my brain is smooth.
You're fine.
Alright. So, Jackson, do you want to open the door?
I'm opening the door.
Alright, and let me go ahead and... because I realize that a lot of these guys are on the GM layer. We're going to not the GM layer. I need you to be on the token layer. And Knuckles is on the token layers. Okay. Jackson.
We are in ad hell.
Oh no.
Yes. Ads.
Gug will use this as an opportunity to blow his nose. Don't mind Gug.
Yes.
All good. Just gonna have QB here because he's also trying not to be seen right away.
Do. Do. We gotta add hell.
I believe the ad break is over.
Yippee!
Yeah.
Alright, I am back.
Welcome back.
Alright. Jackson, make you move.
Yeah. He just kind of. Oh. Don't close the door again. He just kind of walks in. It's like, "Oi, what do you got to drink around here?"
One of the very drunk pirates looks at you and then looks to the man behind the bar. Oi! Bosco! One of your things walked in again. One of your animal things. How do you
Here's
react to that?
He kind of like blinks, thinking that he'd be, out of place like this, but just trying to test the waters. Like, okay, this might actually work. Okay.
That's when Bosco turns to you and raises an eyebrow and says, you're not one of my friends. What are you doing here, little one?
Friend of your friends, maybe, possibly. It's been quite a weird time since I got over here, so let's just say it's been quite interesting. Just here to pop by for a drink is all.
Roll me a persuasion check normally.
Got you. I don't know where my... There we are. Had to refresh everything, so persuasion normal.
Yep.
Ooh, 13.
Let me check his insight.
I get... I think someone gave me something. D4.
Alright, roll a d4.
15.
Alright. Wisdom for insight. I just realized, okay, I'm just gonna roll. Because it's a flat 10, so... Meets it, beats it, unfortunately.
Ah, damn it.
He kind
Damn, that
of...
was close.
He narrows his eyes a little bit. It's just like... Which of our crews do you belong to?
Fred, I'm a rookie. I'm still getting used to all the names of your fleet. So,
Roll a deception check at disadvantage.
Oh,
yippee!
hang on.
Waiting to see if Fire has anything.
Alright,
Oh,
you get
God.
1d4.
Thank you. Who do? Okay.
Alright, go ahead and add that d4 for
D4.
posterity.
Okay, I'll take a 19.
19!
And he rolls a nat 1, and he just gives a
Let's
shrug. It's just like,
Oh, thank Christ.
eh. Acerak's got weird things working for him anyway, so if you're with him, you're with us.
I that I am.
Oh, is that confirmation I hear?
Do you say that aloud?
No, that's out of character.
No.
Talia thinking it very loudly.
She's definitely not the type to think out loud.
No. But if Xerxes is listening, he would hear that just, and that's confirmation in her mind.
See, the thing is with Xerxes, he can talk to you guys as if he were talking normally. He can't hear you guys back. You have to move your mouth. Unless you're another bug, he can't hear you with your brain.
Dang it. That's fine.
He's smart,
her
but he's
gun-
not that smart.
Her gun gives a very subtle click.
Yeah, that would not be heard by the raucous inside.
She gives a Xenos grin.
Yes!
God.
Oh boy.
Alright, well, Jackson, the floor is yours.
Yeah, he just slowly starts like sauntering up to the bar. Just gonna be like, so what exactly do you do for a Sarak? Just so I know. Still a pion in all this. Trying to figure out my place in all this.
Bosco gives a shrug, and is just like, huh, I thought your captain would have informed you on this.
My captain was very tight-lipped about it. I feel like amongst other like-minded people and a few drinks, I feel like more information would be shed.
Well, a Sarak offered me a pretty good deal. In exchange for, disobeying my party, I got to have a pretty sweet life commanding a bunch of pirates who get paid pretty good coin. We get to eat well, we get to steal, and, well, his bugs get fed.
Does sound like a mighty fine gig, if I do say so myself. How long have you been at it for?
Psh, 40 years.
Mighty long time.
The trick is not getting caught. Those merchant princes have no idea where we're at.
Huh. Sounds like you guys got very good job security, at least.
Bosco's just polishing a glass. What do you want in terms of drinks?
He tries to think. Yeah, I'll just have an ale.
We only have strong ale. Think you can take it?
Depends.
He pours you a big mug of dwarven ale.
Yeah, he kind of looks at the blinks like, huh, okay.
Well, Q, or not Q, sorry, Jackson, he's watching you.
Yep, he blinks at this like, really hope my body can handle alcohol like it did in a past life. He's saying that like in his mind.
All right. How do you drink your ale?
Very slowly.
That's when the pirate next to you whacks the back of your head a little bit. She's like, "Oi, when you drink good. You gotta drink more." He's very clearly drunk.
You guys looks at that, it's like, yeah, but then you lose the taste. There's at least a little bit of taste to good ale, isn't there?
You have a whole pint, you pipsqueak. Just drink. Bosco's got plenty of it. We just took an entire prince's ship, for damn's sake.
Entire princess ship. Sounds like a mighty haul.
Well, it's not exactly a prince's ship, but we did manage to intercept a pretty good haul that was going into port.
Oh, please share the details.
Only when you prove you've got your nuts in order. Now drink.
Yep, so I'm gonna try to drink.
Roll me a Constitution save.
He's also trying to figure out a way to get like some of these goons to go out the back door towards the trap. Oh, I was supposed to be regular. Ooh.
I hate to say it, Moose, that card is not going to help him.
Fuck. Well, we have a plastered Jackson now.
Alright, Jackson, you're not like actually poisoned, but alcohol constitutes as a poison in the fact that you have disadvantage on attacks, saves, and checks.
Oh boy.
We're definitely gonna need that fairy fire at this point.
And not a lesser restoration to be found.
Well, Q is a paladin.
I'm not at the level of lesser restoration yet.
Do you have lay on hands?
I do have lay on hands though.
5 points of lay on hands is a lesser restoration.
Oh boy. I do have
Well, the
15
more you
of
know.
those.
I say this as a paladin veteran.
Very, very, very much thanks.
Alright, so you guys are basically watching from the doorway, and you just saw Jackson get shit-faced drunk. He's basically got his head leaning on the countertop as he's giggling up a storm. You might want to intervene before he spills the beans.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh,
Talia's
oh.
been watching and waiting. So, seeing Jackson get shit-faced. First of all...
Hold on. I have
Oh,
something
sure.
for this.
God damn it.
A chaos
You can
roll.
also do your thing.
Roll me a
Minor.
D100, Jackson.
Oh boy. $87.
Okay. Jackson, I need you to roll me a 1d10.
Oh no. 1?
Okay. Pick a color of the rainbow.
What if it was purple?
Let me check if I have it in my book. I don't think I do. I do not.
Sorry, Fire. I want to have at least a little bit of chaos to see if it will help out.
Oh, he's not changing colors. He's having something else happen.
Oh no.
You can pick either and I'll give you a hint to this, you can either pick a chromatic or a metallic.
Oh no.
This is on you.
Well, I said I wanted chaos. What would be the most chaotic option? Let's go copper.
Is that your final choice?
Hmm.
You don't know what this indicates.
Hmm. Fuck it, copper.
Alright. Jackson, you are now polymorphed into a copper dragon wormling. I will give you access to this sheet. Please hold. I just needed to drag it in. Can be edited and controlled by...
All things considered, it could be worse.
Save.
What was in that ale?
I 100% believe this is either one of the audience or a Serac choosing to fuck with Jackson more for his stupid decision.
Here's the thing. Technically speaking, this is an improvement for him.
Technically, yeah, actually.
Alright.
So I say so I think of the audience then. Someone decided, you know what? Boop.
Alright, Bosco's speaking gibberish. What flavor of gibberish do you want? Not that.
Chicken noises.
Okay, so Ben, you have access to that Copper Dragon Wormling sheet, right?
Where is it?
It is over.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Got
What
it.
the fuck has this session become, man?
This is very much an improvement, actually. I don't mind dealing with this for a
Mission Impossible.
for a little bit at least.
Alright, so you guys hear as Bosco lets out a startled "Baka!" And about half of the bar lifts their head up, and one of them points, "Dragon in the bar! Dragon in the bar!"
What? Dragon. Oh shit! He says getting up, just tumbling down onto the floor.
Everybody please roll me initiative.
I was gonna say, because I was gonna have Talia try to do a thing, but if we're doing initiative, then I'll just bide my time.
And Jackson, I will give you the option if you want to use your action on your turn. You can roll an intimidation check to see how many you drive to the back door.
Dang,
Sure.
that initiative is Garbo.
How do I roll initiative on this dragon sheet? Is it
So
just
select
text,
your
or-
token, and then there's a little initiative icon by the armored class section. Alright, and Jackson, you get a +2.
Oh boy.
Alright, and Talia, I'm going to give you this roll. When I'm done rolling initiative rolls, I'm going to need you to roll me a d6.
Oh boy.
Once you're done rolling your initiatives, I'm gonna roll my 2 initiatives.
Feel free to roll initiative whenever you're ready. I'm sorry I have so many to account for.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Alright. Deinonychus.
I fear that 21.
Well, it's about to go down. I told you guys to make peace with your gods.
1, 2, so that 15 is mine.
Alright, and Bosco.
So I just press on the token, or
Click your token, and then on the sheet, there's a little dice icon that's right by... It's kind of like next to the action section.
I accidentally added another of me into the turn order.
It's okay, I'll take care of it. Let me take a screen cap for Ben. Alright, putting it in general. So you see that little dice icon that says in it?
Oh, thank you.
Alright, I have not gotten Xerxes yet.
Oh boy, that's a 4.
I will let you know, that's technically a true polymorph, so...
Oh god, so if I die as a dragon, I die as a dragon.
I mean, you could figure out how to polymorph yourself.
Oh boy.
Alright, is everybody accounted for in the initiative turn order?
I am.
Yep.
Alright, let me get rid of that second
I believe
queue.
so.
Okay, we have Talia, Eletris, Q, Jackson, Xerxes, and of course, all of the pirates. Do I have Bosco? I don't think I have Bosco. I hope you guys are ready. Bosco.
We have like 45 minutes before you have to go, so...
It's okay, I can swing it.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for my tummy rumbles.
God.
I'm sorry that picked up on mic. I saw my mic pick up like, oi, you're hungry.
If it helps,
like,
I didn't hear it.
It's gonna pick up on stream because I saw it on I saw the mic pop.
I did hear it.
Yeah, I did hear too.
I'm so sorry, Tummy. You will be fed tomorrow. You will get the most beautiful of burritos. But this is what happens when you prepare for medical procedures. Alright. Talia, roll me that d6 real quick, please.
I did. It was a GM roll.
Okay. One of them is shit-faced drunk and is currently passed out, so I'm gonna go with this one. So he does not act until the next turn. This guy, is the door currently wide open, or you guys, do you guys want to basically have kicked in the door so that Jackson isn't about to get JoJo'd?
I mean, if you guys are okay with that.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Alright. Are both doors open? Yeah, opened. This one points to you guys. It's just like, oi! There's people outside, boss! And you hear Bosco let out a surprise, Baka! And he is going to aim his heavy crossbow at you, Eletris.
Oh boy. Ha.
I don't think an 8 hits.
Not even close.
Alright. Next bandit's turn. I just realized I technically rolled for Bosco, but meh. This guy is going to come on over here, and he is going to try and whack at you with his scimitar with advantage, Jackson.
Oh boy.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
Alright.
Thank God.
It would have if I was not a dragon.
Well, his buddy from right next to you is also going to take a swing at it.
Oh, god damn it.
Also a miss.
Oh, thank God.
They're all a bit shit-faced.
Alright, and this one is going to run closer to the door, and he is going to shoot his crossbow at Xerxes. Which I believe hits.
Oof,
for 5
first
damage.
blood.
Alright. Q, you're up.
Oh boy.
Vamp man, moving only as a vamp can.
Alright, re-rolling that attack to see if it hits Xerxes, which is going to be a crossbow. That's a miss, so Xerxes has his HP back.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Alright. Q, you're up.
Just thinking a little. Okay, I think I'll just. I don't know if I should move up or try to stay behind.
Alright, Q, you get a +3.
Oh boy.
Woo!
Do we want me to go directly after the big boss man, or do we want to try to check out some of the grunts first?
That is up to you guys.
Personally, I would say thin the ranks.
Okay. I shall do that then. So I think I'll go here specifically to try to limit how many can pile up on Q, and I'll go after this one right here.
Alright. Roll them bones.
Yes, and this will be a normal short sword.
Alright, that hits him for 7 damage.
And I'm going to be adding a Divine Smite onto this one.
Alright.
That is a 2d8. That's a 12.
Jesus.
You have triple killed him. How do you want to do it?
Wait a minute. Does that spill over to anyone?
It does not. It's a single target.
Dang it.
How do you want to kill him, Q?
So, Q, hearing the start of combat, swiftly moves past Eletris and into a position to block Bosco from, at the very least, easily getting out from behind the bar and to limit people trying to pile up on him. He takes his short sword, feels a bit of, to him, unknown divine energy fill up his sword as he goes to stab the guy right next to him, and as a result of that energy flowing into the wound and on the tip of his sword, the guy just explodes.
Explodey.
And he
Oh,
is
boy.
dead. Is that your turn?
Yes, that is all I believe I can do.
Ah, yes, the weather report for this evening forecasts gore showers.
Alright. This pirate is going to run up to the door and he is going to try and slash at Eletris the Scimitar. Oh!
Yeah, that hits.
Would I be with my... hang on, where is the fighting stuff? With this, would I be able to impose disadvantage on that?
He is not within 5 feet of you. You have to be next to him.
Damn it. Okay.
That's okay, it's only 7. It's not as bad as it could be.
Alright, so let's see here, that's his turn. This guy is shit-faced drunk. He is waking up, but I need to see if he can make his con check. Alright, he's still shit-faced drunk. He has disadvantage on his attacks. So he is up, but since it's a nat 1, he cannot act on this turn. Talia.
Okay, I have a couple of things I can do. I'm very tempted to Zephyr Strike, but I have another ability that would technically affect multiple enemies, and I'm very, 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 very tempted. But if I do that, I won't be able to move to navigate as easily, and I will invoke a opportunity attack if I try to move into the bar. So I just wish I could see better into it because I can't see right now. Okay, now I can see. Sorry, I need to have an idea of a path if I were to choose to go in there and where the fuck I could park myself and not get immediately swarmed.
It is up to you. Also, Talia is currently at full health, but you can save that D10 if you want.
I will absolutely save that D10. God. I'm feeling slight choice paralyzed. Hold on.
Just so you know, Moose, it will be a 10-foot measurement, not 20 feet, since you're measuring from the center. Or Noid, sorry. I can't tell if that's Noid or Moose measuring. We have two blue people.
That's me.
Blue people.
I am currently not measuring anything.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do then, while I have a moment, is God, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be too indecisive.
No, you're fine.
All right, I think I'm going to go with this one after all. The one that I linked earlier is Zephyr Strike. I'm going to use that so I can move through and not provoke opportunity attacks, and I'm going to take aim at Bosco. So give me a moment as I try to figure out my path.
All right.
I'm going to temporarily move my token inside just so I can see the screen laid out in front of me so I can show you the path better. I'm not making that part of her cannon movement until I can see.
All right.
All right, so from the door, she's basically going to move here. And by the way, while this spell is active, moving through enemies cannot provoke opportunity attacks. So she has her entire movement, which is 60 feet.
All right.
For a minute. So she's going to stop right about here, and she's going to take aim at she's going to take aim at this guy here.
Okay.
So let me move her real quick. And her movement will not be done when she does that, by the way. That's just the first 15.
And since you're wielding a firearm rather than a bow or light crossbow, you do not have disadvantage imposed upon you.
Fuck yes, let's go. And by the way, that Zephyr Strike's a bonus action, which means I can still attack. So that's the main reason why I chose it.
Yep. All right. You hit the guy in front of you for 9 damage. He's still standing, but not by much.
It was just mainly to give a slight breather to Jackson. But she's locking eyes with Bosco, and the fury of the Imperium is held within her gaze.
All right.
And I'm hoping to God that there's enough of a resemblance with just her body profile and hair that he gets a weird sense of deja vu.
Roll me an intimidation check normally.
Perfect.
Alright, 20. He's gonna have to make a nat 20 to save on this. Yeah, he's close, but he is definitely shivering in his timbers a little bit.
Good. Now I need to figure out. Also, oh no, I can't do the favorite foe because it's a concentration, and Zephyr Strike is concentration right now. Son of a bitch. Okay. So from here, I need to figure out a good spot to put her so that she's not going to be immediately swarmed.
-2 to the next attack check or save for Bosco.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
The best spot I can put her is probably, God,
How many feet have
It's
you moved
probably-
already?
15.
Okay.
So I can definitely move here,
Yeah, I will just
like
let you
a
know
little beyond the door.
going over the tables will constitute as a
Oh no,
difficult
I'm
terrain.
heading like it's yeah. So that's 15. So this right here is 15 and not going over the table.
Correct.
This is
It's
just-
the table itself that's the difficult terrain.
Yeah. And then going here is within my range.
Yes.
So I'm probably going to end up like right about here so I can get a good view, and I should in theory not be boxed in by enemies.
Yep.
So that would have to make them come at me while I still have a good view into the rest of the bar, including Bosco.
All right, feel free to
Okay.
move.
I had to double check the logistics.
All right.
Correct. And basically she has her rifle at the ready.
All right, it's this pirate's turn, and he is coming to join the conga line with Jackson. Conga, conga, conga.
Oh boy.
So he's going to whack you with this scimitar, but I don't think that hits.
Nope.
By the way, I'm sorry. Clarification. Until the spell ends, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, which means I can move again as long as it's within the next turn, and it'll still count, correct? Because it's like 6 seconds per round.
Is it per turn?
It's concentration up to a minute.
Yes.
In that case, it is 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
All right, but that's that pirate's turn. Xerxes is going to look to you, to Q and Electris, and ask, "Is this where I pull out the big guns? Is that okay?"
Go for it.
This is me as the DM asking if you guys want Xerxes to hold back and let you guys be badasses, or if he should actually be proactive.
Oh, by all means, be proactive.
Be proactive.
Be proactive, please.
All right.
Please.
So first and foremost, he's aiming for the pirate right in front of the door with his spine rifle. That hits for 8.
Gorgeous.
And then you guys see with his second pair of arms, he basically pulls out a pistol and starts shooting, which unfortunately misses, but he's still done 8 damage.
Damn.
Yes, this was
It's
a
still
so
appreciated.
anyway I started blasting moment.
I mean, it's going to have consequences, but we'll get to that. Bosco, who is still sounding like a chicken, gives angry at you, Jackson. He seems like he's shouting orders, but his pirates are kind of laughing their asses off.
As was the intended effect.
He shakes his fist at the sky. She's like, and he is going to try to whack you twice with his mace, Jackson.
Oh boy. Nope. 16 matches, so yeah.
And you do have the HP of the copper wormling, so make sure to keep count of that.
Yeah, okay, so that I need to change my health in here then. So that would be
You can probably use the temp HP slot to keep track of the Warbling HP.
yeah. I'm gonna do this. The blue HP is that one, so that's -7. There we go.
And that is Bosco's turn. This pirate's turn. He is going to move on over here and line up a shot to shoot at Q. So, light crossbow. That's a miss.
Definite miss.
Eletris, you're up.
Okay. I'm wondering, like, I'm trying to figure out where Fairy Fire would be best suited here.
Try to group, like as many of those as you can, and that way Jackson doesn't get caught in it.
Let's see here, because I think you can make it go to her corner. So you could technically do that.
That is
You know
a
what?
good chunk of them.
You know what? I'm gonna do that.
Fuck yeah, let's go!
Alright, go ahead and do it, and I will roll their dexterity saving throws. Alright, 1. Alright, this guy is fairy fired. I'm gonna make him yellow. 2. Also fairy fired. 3. Also fairy fired. So yellow. 4. Also fairy fired.
I'm loving
Hell
this.
yeah.
And 5. Not
Well,
fairy
God
fired.
damn it!
Man is dodging
Well, I
a
mean,
fairy fire like God, what's the name of the protagonist of the Matrix?
Neo.
He
Neo.
fucking
Neo.
rolled under the table, didn't he?
He rolled under the table, flipped it up, and it's just like, we've got enemy fire, boys! But that's your action. Do you have any bonus actions?
1 second. You know what? Since Jackson is how long is that polymorph happening?
It's permanent. It's
Wait, so
permanent
he's just
until...
like,
Yeah, it was true polymorph!
It's true
Oh, God.
polymorph.
Well, seeing as how he's the one that is currently surrounded,
that's a
is it
minor
possible
one?
to use Fairy Fire and Shield of Faith in the same turn?
I do
Shield of
have
Faith
the
is
rule
bonus
that you can cast multiple spells per turn.
Yeah, but because Shield of Faith is a bonus action, so you should be able to do that.
Yeah,
so
it's 1 hour or permanent if the subject wishes, and Jackson, you're going to have a little divine intervention soon.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Is
You'll
that
find
what he
out.
seeks?
Huh?
But for the time being,
So yeah, enjoy that bonus to your AC, Jackson.
Oh boy.
all right. Let's use. What's a good symbol for this? I'm gonna use a rook, a castle. You're in a fortress now. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because if I move, I provoke opportunity attack.
All right. This guy is going to shoot at Eeny, Meeny, Miny. Q.
All right.
Divine intervention, be a dragon. All the cool kids are doing it.
Well, I'm going to, because I don't want to lock you into being something if you don't want to, so I'll give you the option to change it around if you wish.
I was about to say, why did I have to choose Copper Dragon? God damn it, I'm already doing that in one campaign.
Don't worry. Don't you worry, Ben. There will be options. I'm not mean. I'm just insane.
No, it's just the fact that it's a dragon. It's me choosing to be a Copper Dragon again, and this time is my choice, unlike the last time.
If I had a nickel for every time that I was turned into a copper dragon or turned out to be one, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
You do not understand how accurate that statement is.
Gestures vaguely at Carmine.
Yes.
Alright. But, let's see here.
That
So that's a
definitely
miss.
doesn't hit.
Jackson, you're dragon now. You have, you have acid reflux.
Yeah. Question: Is he
Ha.
still drunk technically?
Roll me a con save as a dragon.
Is that better?
Jorgen Khan.
Dargan Khan, which is sadly better than mine. Okay.
You
That's
are no longer
gorgeous.
drunk.
Yeah,
No disadvantage. Let's go.
he kind of walks around, just looks at his body. What the hell? He's like goes to burp, and I want to do it to him, but I want to try to get as many people as possible because it's only 20-foot line. I think
I think it's either 20, it might be 30 feet actually.
it says 20 on here. This is the new one, from what it looks like.
Well,
20,
we're
20.
going with 30 feet, because I say so.
Okay, cool.
Because it is the way, and if Dragonborn get 30 feet, then a dragon gets 30 feet, god damn it.
Yeah.
Rule of cool. Rule of cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. He's just gonna turn to his left and just acid breath everyone to the side.
Alright, post it for me.
Whoop.
Holy hell.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Let's see here, so that's DC 11 dexterity saving throw. This guy's automatically dead. He's not surviving that.
Let's go.
Dex save.
Let's
Okay,
go.
he's dead. And dex save. Holy hell!
Ow!
Man.
That is twice in a row. Is that the fucker who rolled a 21 on the interview?
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
He
It
has
is
2
the exact
HP
same
left.
guy.
He is.
He's the-
He is the chosen one. What?
Alright.
I know who the fuck I made me at next.
Jackson, is that
Let's see
your
you
turn?
dodge this.
Yeah, that's his turn. He kind of like gets on all fours, realizes what he looks down. Is like, someone's gonna have to explain what the fuck I am right now.
Can we understand him?
Dragons do know common.
You know what, Jackson? Just go ahead and roll me a flat charisma check just to see if you figured out your face.
It's a flat charisma. Okay.
Just to see if you figured out how to talk with your mouth words. Yes,
I
you can
see.
speak
Holy
common.
shit.
You speak standard Schminglish.
I mean,
So-
that's the
so-
thing I'm used to with dragons. So.
So the question asked is, what the hell am I? Q just pipes up, Copper Dragon Whirling.
Like hunched over, panting. What? That's his turn.
Alright, pirate time. This guy is going to stumble bumble over the table a little bit, and he's going to aim his crossbow at Eletris. For 2 damage.
Damn,
Howie.
Electris is just getting bullied.
This guy is going to hop up on the table, or I guess the bar, and shoot a crossbow attack at you, Jackson.
Oh boy.
Which is a
Nope.
miss.
Lamau.
And then this pirate, through all the power of God and whatever he has, he's waddling over here, scimitar in hand.
They're the power of God and Neo.
Also, Electris, you get 1d6 HP.
Yeah!
1 whole HP.
Okay, but it's something.
Better than nothing.
Alright.
He snacked on a good berry.
You just see a good berry pop over your head, you open your mouth, it drops in, you crunch in, and it's cherry flavored. Alright. Q, Scimitar.
Does not
No.
hit. He
Where's your
he
bullshit
basically-
rolls now, bitch?
Electris,
basically
1d8. Go ahead, Q.
Q just
You
bats
gotta be
away the
shitting me!
sword.
No fucking way!
Somebody clip that.
Are you energy locked?
Roll me again, just to make sure you're not energy locked. I'll be nice, I'll let you have that extra 1.
Christ.
Hey, look! The scimitar attack didn't happen. Oh no, not scimitar. The light crossbow attack didn't happen. There you go.
Alright. This guy's gonna continue whacking at you, Jackson. Whack.
That's a miss.
Q. Beat his ass. Beat Neo's ass.
You got this, Q!
I am about to attempt the short sword strike.
Oh.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Neo dodging motherfucker.
Alright. Drunk, this is not the drunk guy. Alright. He's shuffling over and, he's going to whack at you, Electris. Damn!
Yeah, that hits.
Oh boy.
This time, imposing the disadvantage.
Yeah,
because he
roll
is
again,
within 5
bitch.
feet of me.
Alright. Disadvantage. Well, you saved him
it's-
from a crit. Holy hell, Neo.
Whew.
Who is this man?
Actually, this isn't Neo.
That is-
This is, his other...
That is a different man.
That's his brother, Bio, I guess. He's
Neo,
sneaky.
God.
I made him waste the nat 20, which is fine by me.
2 to Neo.
Alright. Drunken man. Drunken sailor is spending all of his energy waddling over... Okay, it's the square, but you get the idea. He's spending all of his energy stumble-bumbling over here. Quick con save to see if he's still shit-faced. He's
Yes.
still
Yes.
shit-faced.
Yes, he is!
So he only attacks normally. Alright, Jackson, you
Okay.
can make an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
I have attack of opportunity.
Qu-
Okay.
Question. Does his scimitar get stuck in the bar?
Jackson called it even or odds.
Even because I like those odds.
Yes, it gets stuck in the bar. He's
Let's
currently
fucking
scimitarless. Alright, get him. Get him good.
Whoop. 16 and 10.
He
What would
has
be
1
perfect
hit
over-
point left.
Sorry. I was gonna say what would be perfect over this is I don't give a damn about my bad reputation.
That's what this entire fight feels like.
This is definitely a fucking Shrek-esque fight right here.
This entire
One-
campaign is just like Shrek.
One of us turned into a dragon. One of the guys is drunk. The boss is clucking like a chicken.
We have a badass female character.
Man, Talia, comparing Talia to Fiona is high praise in both ways. Like, girl power.
Yeah.
Alright, Talia, do crime. Hands you your gun, do your crime.
Oh man, the choices, the choices. God, part of me wants so bad to do something, but I need to keep that concentration up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a movement that's not gonna invoke attack of opportunity because I can. I'm gonna make her go over here real quick with a quick kind of like a roll on the ground basically, and bringing the rifle back up. And she is taking aim at the Neo fucker because he is a problem.
Alright, green dot is Neo. That's a miss.
Are you kidding me?
He's literally dodging bullets like Neo.
This is the true boss.
Do I
right here.
have anything? The only thing I have is to go with. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me reread Zephyr Strike real quick. I can give myself advantage on one weapon attack roll. I'm calling it now.
Alright. Roll them bones. Talia, how do you want to kill
I get
Neo?
an extra D8 force to
go.
that, by the way.
How do you want to kill Neo?
This fucker is facing Q. He is not aware of Talia's aim on him. And she shoots him right through his chest. So Q gets showered in gore a little bit as the bullet lodges itself in the wall, leaving behind a little bit of smoke.
Yeah, you just see as Neo collapses to the ground. You've officially defeated the protagonist of the Matrix.
Fuck you. Okay, she's gonna move back into a more defensible position.
Do another roll. Alright. Pirate's turn. He is going to continue trying to bonk you, Jackson.
Oh boy. No.
Nope.
Xerxes
Always been one off.
is running in, and since you guys have given him oh so beautiful fairy fire, he gets advantage on the next 2 shots.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna attack the boys with the dots.
Go crazy, go stupid.
Go crazy, go stupid. He has 4 arms and he must screech.
Jesus.
Alright. Spine rifle here. And
Yes!
secondary fire kills him on the spot. Who's Neo now, motherfucker? You see as he flips him off with his 2 middle fingers. Roll his other middle fingers. He only got 3 fingers on each hand, so he's just pretend he's doing it. Let him have his moment.
I love
Yeah.
What the
love
fuck
this
is this
so much.
campaign? What the actual fuck is this campaign?
It's an isekai campaign. What do you think it's gonna be? Serious?
This is more entertaining than any isekai I've ever watched in my entire life.
This is
Right?
the better isekai. Just as the founding fathers intended.
Own a spine rifle just as the founding fathers intended. 3 ruffians walk into a bar.
I just love the image of the 2 most military trained people dropping just each time, just boom, 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 fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Xerxes looks to Talia to see how she reacts.
Talia is focused, but notices Xerxes looking at her, gives a nod, and then just kind of jerks her head towards the rest.
Xerxes nods back. Military thumbs up moment. Alright. Bosco is risking an attack of opportunity to run over here and start attacking Q, so Jackson, I believe you've already spent your reaction.
Yes, because it hasn't moved over my turn yet.
Alright. And it is Bosco's turn, so he is going to attack with advantage with his mace. 18?
Ah!
18 matches, in fact.
Ah, dang it.
Alright, you take 7 bludgeoning damage. Unless I've forgotten a card. I think that -2 is on Neo.
Yeah, it was on Neo, unfortunately.
Yeah. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Hang in there,
7.
Q.
Don't worry, the healer's standing right next to you. Pirate's
I'm
turn.
also a semi-healer.
This pirate is going to run up here, and he is going to shoot his light crossbow at you, Talia. Ba-ba-ba-ba. That's a miss.
Nope.
Talia basically sees it coming, ducks, it ricochets behind her to embed in a wall, and she just fixes him with a glare. Guess who made himself the next target?
Eletris. You're currently concentrating on fairy fire on one man.
Is it still possible to actually one moment?
I love how you made yourself green.
There were too many blue.
I can make myself another color if you want to be blue.
No, it's all right. I'll be green. It matches Eletris.
I just picked blue because it... I don't know. Xerxes is blue.
He's a druid. He can have green as a treat.
That's a treat.
So, can I shillelagh up?
Is it a concentration spell?
It is not.
Alright, you can cast Shillelagh, and Schmack.
Get him!
Get him!
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Shillelagh's so goddamn good.
Alright, I assume you're hitting the guy in front of you?
Yes, the guy who cut me earlier.
He is down. You bonk
Fuck
him
yeah!
good. Is that your
I
turn?
bonked him with my wisdom. I still have my move action. I just don't know where I can move that would be advantageous. I think he's going to move himself behind Xerxes.
Alright. Jackson.
Oh boy, my turn.
You're currently surrounded by 5 burly men.
It's not a situation I necessarily want to be in. Okay, first things first, because this is something I know with dragons.
Roll that d6.
Yes!
Do you want to risk an opportunity attack and line it all up?
Oh, if I can. I'd have to risk 2. If I want to get him, because my main thing was with him. I could go,
It is up to you.
Fuck it, we ball.
Alright, 2 scimitar attacks, 1 at advantage, 1 regular. Oh, damn.
Yep.
Does that hit? Oh, fuck!
A 19, so that's 10, but you still have HP.
I still have HP.
Okay.
Not a lot on the dragon side. I'm just worried what happens if I go down as a dragon.
Let me double check True Polymorph. I think it's just a case where you're unconscious. So you'd be unconscious as a dragon.
Okay, I didn't know. Considering the other campaigns I play in.
Alright, Jackson, you have 1d4 HP.
Oh boy. Let me roll that first.
But yeah, I'm gonna rule it that you're basically just unconscious. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not mean.
1.
HP
Gods
is
of
HP.
HP stingy.
Yep. So all of these need to make me... Oh, I'm still not used to this. I can just do that. Yep.
Alright, 22. They
Good
need
lord.
to... Actually, wait a minute. Even if they get half, they all die. Jackson, how do you want to kill all 4 of these guys?
He kind of just, like, runs around, gets hit. Grunts is like, Alright, let's see if I can do that again. And it just breathes even more acid on them.
All right. You've just cleared out so much of the room. I suspect you're gonna want to stay some flavor of dragon after this.
He kind of on all fours, like a feral being, looks towards the party. Why didn't I change into this first? Why did they choose the fucking fox?
Electris.
I don't know, but
Electris.
here we are.
You just see as a spider face, like, you know that bit from Hellsing Ultimate Abridged?
Yeah.
You see right next to you as a Sarax head pokes out of the wall, and he points to you, Jax, is just like, because it's fucking funny, you bitch! And he disappears.
If he could see Sarah.
Hold on, did Talia see that?
Hang on. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
I will let you swing at it. I'm going to tell you right now, it's an illusion. Nothing's gonna happen to him.
It's more like he says, see him both sides, like, ah! Tries to swipe it away.
Smack on a reflex, yeah.
Exactly.
Also, real quick, Jackson, you have a 1d6 for health.
1d6. Ooh. Thank you.
Also, did Talia see that?
Talia did see that.
Yeah, she's flipping off the image before it can leave.
A Sarac flips you off back.
Jackson also flips him off.
You flip him off with your little dragon claw. Alright. Q. You just saw Jackson melt half of the room.
He blinks a few times and just nods to himself. Yeah, that's definitely the power of the small dragon. And since there is like some blood still on his face given from the one guy that died, he can't help but lick his lips a little.
Yummy.
He then turns to Bosco. Well, coordinate to be on that Sarok side. And gonna go for that short sword strike.
Alright.
Divine Smite on that.
Yeah.
Get him!
Bonk.
This will be my final Divine Smite because that's my last spell slot used.
Do you want to launch him as a bonus action?
We'll see if he's still alive.
Alright, 9 plus 7, that's 16. He's still standing.
Okay, then I will try to do the munching.
Oh boy.
I'd like to be able to select the HP bubble.
Go, Asterion.
Asterion at home, and we adore him.
He's a Starion, but he's much less bitchy.
Again, we adore him.
Alright,
Alright.
Manchy. Holy hell! I will let you.
I gained 6 health back.
I will let you. If you want to, I will let you retcon that the divine strike was through your vampiric bite, so it's double damage.
Oh my god.
Sure, we can go with that. So I'm gonna roll another 2d8, right?
Come on, fingers crossed. Come on.
One more day.
Another
more.
8
Hey,
on
we'll
top of
take it.
that.
He's still standing, but barely. You guys see as Q, for one, this is like the best food you've had in a long ass while. Yum yum. Not quite as good as Xerxes, but yum yum. And you just see as his face goes pale and he starts kind of wobbling a little bit. You can tell he's having a little bit not quite you know what a hypodrop feels like? That, but
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, I could definitely see him shaking up a very big storm. He himself feels like he needs to eat something fast, but there's a boy right in front of him.
Q just casually putting the fear of God in this man.
Yeah, once he's done doing the vampire schnacky, he just licks his lips again and gives a wide grin.
Drunk pirate is just like, "Oi, don't you hurt my boss." And he waddles over, drunken as he is. Let's see if he's still drunk. He's still drunk.
Q just
He
says,
is so
"What? I'm just having a
shit-faced.
snack."
Yeah, no.
Talia.
I need to measure something real quick. You know what? It's worth it.
Alright.
I still have no opportunity attack. It's worth it.
Do you still have... How long does Zephyr Strike last?
A minute.
Right. Well, waddle.
Waddle.
Pass the fucker. Don't think he's out of the woods yet. No. But she's gonna get as close as she can to Bosco, stare him in the eyes, and it's just... My sister Liara sent her regards. Before turning to shoot the fucker she passed.
Alright. Fire away.
Sorry, with advantage, yes?
Yes, because he is, Fairy fired.
Pew pew.
Alright, that hits for 8 piercing damage. He is still standing. Is that your turn?
She's, I'm sorry? Give me 1 second. She's gonna take a 5-foot step back, keeping an eye on this fuck. Keeping an eye on this fucker, and Bosco.
Alright.
That's about all she can do yet, because I can't multi-attack yet!
I know. We'll get to level 5 eventually, I promise.
I'm very excited about it.
See, that's the fun part, Black Belt. Since Bosco is not speaking English, he can't command Knuckles, so Knuckles is just happily munching away in the corner.
I haven't touched Knuckles because they haven't gone aggro on me, so, you know.
Knuckles is just a dinosaur living their best life. They're just hunky.
Guys, I think we should adopt the dinosaur.
You want to adopt the dinosaur?
Maybe,
Honestly,
I'm gonna
We
turn into a
can.
dragon. Why not? So,
I mean, hey, this is basically just a funky anime episode, so we might as well take the piss out of everything.
yeah.
absolutely.
Alright. Pirate, I'm gonna have Xerxes aim at the one that Talia was aiming at. So, spine rifle. Unfortunately, that's a miss. Let's
Dang
see
it.
if he can hit it with his offhand.
Yeah!
He's standing with 1 hit point.
Get him.
Alright. Bosco's turn. He looks to you, Talia, is just like... He just spits out a little bit of blood that's in his mouth. It's just like... Your sister was the prettier one anyway.
That is what he wants to say.
Did the thing fade yet?
It's 5 minutes.
Remind me what faded?
The
effect
inability to speak English.
Yeah, so he wouldn't be able to say that unless a Sararak intervened.
I mean, You know what? Let's just say that you get the picture from the chicken balking.
Yeah. Talia,
Middle
without
finger.
skipping a beat, looks right back in his fucking face and is just, aye. But I'm the one that you should have been more. It's just like, aye. But I'm here to make sure that you can never try to stab her again, you motherfucker.
It's really ironic that he stabbed her in the back and now he's wielding a mace, but maybe he decided that backstabbing as Bosco dagger something, like his Bosco dagger hand, is just like, I'm gonna attack with a mace, cause that's thematically appropriate.
Ah.
Alright. Bosco is going to attack once again with his mace at Q.
That misses! Oh, dang it. Never mind, that one hits.
Yeah, the first attack misses, but the second attack hits.
And what he's going to do is he is going to intentionally drop prone as his movement action so that Talia cannot catch him because he is currently under cover. So he is...
That won't save him.
Oh, I know. I feel like Q's going to drink him dry, metaphorically.
Yeah, I was about to say, Q just stares down at Bosco, just dropping down onto the ground like a free meal on a silver platter.
He just, like, Gmod ragdoll.
He's gonna do a bounce. He's gonna do a pounce.
Alright, this pirate's turn. He... You know what? Q, call it evens or odds.
Yeah. You want me to flip a coin?
You know what? Yeah, call it.
I'm gonna call tails. Heads.
Alright, he's not gonna run out into your trap, unfortunately.
Dang it!
That's fine.
But instead, the pirate is going to, he's going to look to Xerxes, and he's going to aim his crossbows, just like, you bug bastards! This is all a game to you, isn't it? Not caring about our lives! And he misses.
Because he's pissed drunk!
Eletris.
Oh god.
Shillelagh.
I forgot about push to talk. Does he have advantage because of flanking?
Yes, you are flanking. If you don't hit this man, I will be astonished.
Yeah! You cave his skull in!
How do you want to do this, Eletris?
You know what? Most people would expect to go for, like, the overhead strike. No. He's gonna uppercut this with the shillelagh.
Take
Goddamn.
me out to the ball game.
He's gonna golf swing this.
Roll me a athletics check to see how far he flies.
Whoa!
Athletics, not acrobatics.
Yeah, wrong thing. Hang on.
Team Rocket.
Oh my god!
Team Rocket.
Is his head embedded in the ceiling?
See, I have a much better option if you guys are down for a little clowning.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Go ahead.
Always.
Alright, you guys see as Eletris, taking the left-handed swing, whacks this guy so hard that he crashes into this other pirate and they whack into the wall. They are both dead on the spot.
Yes!
Let's go.
Alright,
Gorgeous nat 20.
Jackson, you're dwagging.
Oh
There's only one man left.
Oh boy. First things first.
And he's pretty sure to die very quickly, very soon.
I can make it over there. I can make it over this, right?
Yes you can jump. I think you actually have a flying speed, too.
Do I?
You're a dragon.
Oh jeez, I do have flight. Oh god. Now I feel bad with how much they have for fly speed.
I mean, we'll figure out what dragon you end up staying after the fact.
Yeah. But yeah, going to go over here. Chomp Chomp.
Alright? Chomp.
Or Rend, as it says on this one.
Alright? Jackson, how do you want to kill this guy?
Yeah, just kind of goes straight for the neck and just chomps at the side.
And he is dead. Encounter over.
As soon as he is dead, Talia's gonna walk over, find a spare sack behind the bar, and she's gonna stuff his head in it and seal it.
Okay, do you want Ziploc or do you want wax?
What's gonna be more effective?
The Ziploc will hold it, will hold the juices better, I guess.
Yeah, we'll go with Ziploc then.
Alright, Talia, you see as a Ziploc bag, a gallon Ziploc bag, poofs out of the air, and a little note is attached to it.
She's going to read the note with no small amount of narrowing of the eyes.
A small gift for a glorious glory kill, signed God.
Her eyes narrow again because she doesn't know if this is a Serac or someone else, but she is going to take it. She's going to stuff the head in it, seal it, and put it in her bag, and just look at the others. Just, we're going to need some kind of proof that we got him.
Right.
With that encounter being over, we will have to call it a day here.
Oh boy.
That being said, I hope you all enjoyed this particular session.
Oh, that was great.
This was
glorious.
fantastic. Oh my god.
God. I can't get away from dragons. I just can't get away from dragons.
And it was your own fault that this
I know.
happened.
I know. And I can't blame anyone other than myself. I wasn't expecting that to be on the fucking minor list. So.
I mean,
It was a chaos table.
It's a chaos table. You rolled high, and even though it's basically more based off of a challenge rating when it comes to that kind of shit, you know.
Oh god. I'm gonna have a lot to think about before the next session.
Well, we will rumble on that because don't you worry, there's more options than just the base metallic and chromatic. That was just what I had available to me with quick availability.
I'm also worried about the reason why they're allowing him to be a fucking dragon. Oh god.
The power of God in anime is on your side.
Yeah, I feel like it's more anime than God at this point.
That's gonna be a hell of a thing to have to explain getting back.
Well, you guys have a very smart archmage back at the guild, so I'm sure he could figure something out for you.
If Jackson wants to.
After seeing him mow down all those fuckers, he's more than inclined to.
But with that being said, this is where we're going to call it a day. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope everybody watching enjoyed this absolutely chaotic episode of Tomb Out of Time. Make sure to join us again in May. Well, if you're watching the VOD, this is probably being released in May, because, you know, we're recording this at the end of April. But, make sure to catch us live on Sundays in May, and we will see you here on twitch.tv. Bye-bye!
Goodbye!
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Why?